Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Meg, welcome, and if you're returning, then welcome back. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing an assumptions about me video. I asked you guys on Instagram which video you wanted to see next, and it was pretty much a draw between a clothing haul and an assumptions about me. There was literally one more vote for clothing haul. I have ordered a clothing delivery, is that even the right word? I've ordered some clothes. But I'm not sure when they're going to be delivered because I just got the standard delivery. I didn't get like next day or anything because your gal is poor. So I'm not actually sure when it's going to arrive. It just said that it would arrive on or before the 4th of May. May the 4th be with you. Hopefully it will arrive before then, but obviously I didn't want to just not film anything until I get that because I've got nothing else to do, so I might as well film another video. And this was another highly requested one, so thought I'd do this one. I'm going to be answering your assumptions about me. A lot of them were like true actually. Like I feel like you guys know me really well, which is quite cute. We're gonna stop with the small talk now and we're gonna get straight into it. So the first assumption that I got is you are lovely. That's so sweet. I mean, I wouldn't want to blow my own trumpet on that one. You'd probably have to ask my friends and family. I like to think that I'm a nice person. I always try to be nice to people. I try to inspire people and be a good influence on people. And I always try to be there for people when they're in need, and you know, I'm good at giving advice to my friends and anyone who's upset or needs a situation resolved or whatever. I always stick up for people. So yeah, I mean obviously I do have flaws as well, but everybody does. So yeah, I guess I am lovely, but you know, ask some people that know me. The second assumption that I got was you tend to sing around the house. That is true actually, not when Barney's here though. Only when I'm on my own. Especially when I'm cleaning, I tend to put Alexa on full blast and sing along to everything. I have a musical theatre background, so I love singing, and I like to sometimes record myself singing as well. I don't ever put them on social media though, I only ever send them to my mum really. One day I would like to conquer my fear of posting myself singing on social media, but whether that will be this year or not, I don't know. But yeah, I love singing. And I do always do it when I'm on my own. Number 3, which I feel like is probably quite a common assumption from people that know me from university, was you don't want to be an actor anymore. So this is not true. I can see why people would think that, but no, it is still my absolute dream to be a TV actress. That's what I want to do. Like, that is my dream job. If somebody asked me what my dream job was, that would be it. So basically, I have a degree in musical theatre and acting for film. And when I first left uni, I wanted to get just a job where I would still be able to go to auditions and still be able to take acting jobs if I got any. So I just got a job in a pub, which I knew was a flexible job, and it was, but I had like the odd like short film here and there that I did, but I wasn't getting anything permanent, and my train of thought was I need a backup job, because I can never guarantee that I'm going to get acting work, but I wanted that backup job to be also a job that I love and something that I could actually progress in career-wise if I don't make it in acting. And that was where cabin crew came in, because although that was like not something that I thought about originally, it was something that I wanted to do as soon as I looked into it, and I knew I would enjoy it. So that's why I became cabin crew. And don't get me wrong, I love being cabin crew. I would happily do that for the rest of my life and have that as a career, but obviously my dream job is to be an actor. I was in a pantomime at Christmas time, and I still do like apply for things and go to auditions. I do need to update my headshots and my show reel because they are from like 2 years ago. But obviously I can't apply for anything at the moment, but when everything is back to normal I will continue to apply for acting jobs. I still have my account with a website called Star now, which is basically for actors, where casting directors post jobs that are available and you can apply for them. So yeah, definitely not. I still love acting. I still want to be an actor. The next assumption that I got was you didn't want to be cabin crew when you were younger. Yeah, that kind of links into my last assumption, sorry, not question. No, I didn't. I actually was terrified of flying when I was younger. I used to love going on holiday, but I hated the flying part. I actually used to take rescue remedy before I got on board a plane because I was so bad. It just made me feel ill, like, especially after 9/11. Even though, if anything, it made the security better, I was just terrified after that. It was never ever something I thought I would do ever. In fact, I think I've even said before I could never be cabin crew because I hate planes. So yeah, bit of a U-turn on that one. Yeah, like I said, I decided that I needed a backup job that I would like, and I was talking to a girl that worked at the pub where I work, and she was cabin crew for British Airways, and she was telling me about the job, and she kind of sold it to me in one conversation, and all of a sudden, like, my fear of flying kind of just disappeared, and it didn't really matter now because I decided that was what I wanted to do. So I applied. That was back in June last year. It was a lengthy process. If you guys want to know about the cabin crew process, then I will link my cabin crew videos down below. But I eventually joined EasyJet in February, and obviously I am now on furlough, but I am due back in June, so fingers crossed I will be going back. But yeah, it was never something I would have thought I would have done, but I'm glad that I've done it. And from doing, I mean, I've only done 3 flights, but from doing those, I've realised that I actually don't have a fear of flying at all. If anything, when you're learning to be cabin crew, you almost like feel invincible in terms of like things that could happen, because we are trained to deal with any disaster that could happen, like landing on water, fire, crashing, like anything like that, hijacking. And you would think that it would be quite scary to learn about, but it's actually not. If anything, because you feel prepared for it, it doesn't scare you, if that makes sense. So yeah, if anything, becoming cabin crew has actually cured my fear of flying, which is quite a good thing, I think. Number 5, you are a confident person. Yes and no. Obviously, I was reading out the assumptions to my boyfriend to see what he would answer, and when I read this one, he said yes, and I said, what makes you think that? And he said, well, you wouldn't be doing YouTube if you weren't confident. And I guess that's kind of true, but no, I think I come across as a lot more confident than I actually am. I am a sucker for comparing myself to other girls on Instagram. I do it all the time, and I need to stop, because honestly, like, I look at some of these girls and I'm like, I want to look like you. So no, I wouldn't say I'm massively confident, but I can be when I need to be. For example, when I go to auditions, I'm always confident, not like arrogant, but I'm confident. Even though most of the time I am literally crapping myself inside, I come across as confident. And obviously there's occasions like my cabin crew assessment day, I had to come across as confident. And I think like generally on social media, everyone comes across as confident because you only show the good parts of your life, but like, no, definitely not confident. The next assumption was you do not smoke or do drugs. This is absolutely true. 100%. I've never smoked. Well, I've tried it. I tried a cigarette when I was about, don't even know how old, like 16 or 17. My mum always said to me when I was younger, don't ever try it because you'll get addicted to it straight away. So that kind of stopped me from ever wanting to try it. But when I did try it, if anything, it actually made me never want to do it again. I actually thought it was disgusting. Like, I don't know how people can smoke. I have nothing wrong with people that do smoke. My boyfriend smokes, so I don't have an issue with people that do, but I just don't get it how they can. I actually find it repulsive. Like, there's nothing addictive about it, in my opinion. So no, I've never smoked, and no, I do not do drugs. I've never done drugs, and I never will. Don't get me wrong, I love a drink, but I just don't see the appeal in drugs. I don't think they're good for you. Like, I can't see any upsides to drugs. I don't know why people do them. Again, I'm not judging. You can do what you want, but I personally hate drugs, and I find it unattractive when people do drugs. And yeah, I've never seen anything good come out of people that do drugs. So yeah, that's that on that. The next assumption was you want marriage and kids in the next few years. I would love to. I don't like putting a time limit on things or saying like I want to be married by this age, I want to have kids by this age, because that's what I used to do. And I'm 25 now. A lot of people don't think I'm 25, they think I'm younger, which is absolutely fine by me. You can think I'm younger. I think I'm younger sometimes. When I was about 15, I expected by this age to be married with kids, because at that age 25 seemed quite old. I know it's not old, it definitely isn't old, but it seemed like 25 just seemed like that age where you're gonna have your life together. If I could have predicted what my life would be like at 25, it would have been completely different to what it is. Obviously, I don't regret anything. I went to uni at 21, so I did that for 3 years, which kind of ate into my 20s a bit, but uni was the best 3 years of my life, so I don't regret it at all. I would have rather have done that than started settling down and had my life together by now. The main thing that I do want in the next year or two, which is we've kind of been like postponed a little bit with COVID-19 because obviously I'm on furlough. Yeah, the main thing that I do want in the next couple of years is a house. Like, I want a mortgage. That's the one thing that I do want before I even think about getting married or before I even think about having a child. I want to have a house and be financially stable. They're the two things that I want more than anything right now. But obviously, if this time next year I had a house and I was financially stable, then yeah, 100% I would start thinking about that. But for now, no. My mum has always said to me, make sure you do everything you want to do before you have children. Obviously, I've had a lot of fun in my life so far, but there are still some things I want to do. I've always wanted to travel around America. I don't think I ever will be able to do it because it's expensive, but I've always wanted to do that. Me and Barney, actually, we've been together for 1.5 years and we actually haven't been on holiday together yet. Obviously, we were planning on going on holiday this year, especially with my staff discount, but I don't know whether we'll be able to do that now, so yeah. So obviously I want to be able to go on holiday with Barney a few times before we have a child to think about. And yeah, I know people with children. My best friend is a mum. I'm her daughter's godmother, and she's a brilliant mum, but she was ready for it at her age. She is married, she's got a house. She got married at 22, and then I think she had Eslin at 23, but she was ready for it and she loves her daughter. The next assumption was you would love to do Instagram and YouTube full time. Yeah, definitely, it's a dream of mine, 100%. I envy these influencers that I see on Instagram that are literally, that's all they do. They make all of their money off of collaborations, and I would love to be able to do that one day. Right now, I am focused on growing my Instagram and my YouTube. You know, my first milestone for Instagram was 1,000 followers, which I hit last year, and then I want to get 5,000 next. So that's my next milestone. I'm on like 2.3 at the moment. And obviously I wanted to get 100 subscribers, which I got. So now my next milestone is 500 subscribers. So yeah, I definitely want to grow my following and my YouTube and everything. I don't know if I ever will do it full time, but yeah, 100% I would if I could. The next assumption was you wish you had started YouTube earlier. I don't know if wish is the right word. I definitely wanted to start YouTube from like a young age. From about 18 or 19, I wanted to start a YouTube channel. It was something I never thought I would do though. The main reason why I didn't ever start one was because I didn't want to be just like every other girl on YouTube. It's very hard these days to come up with original content and, you know, stand out from the crowd, I guess. And I always just thought, I'm not going to start a YouTube channel because I'm going to do things that have been done. I'm not going to, like, I'm just going to be a repeat of another YouTuber. But then last year, I kind of thought, like, no, actually, I'm not going to be a repeat of another YouTuber because I'm a completely different person to that person. Like, everybody is different. Everybody does things differently. Everybody has their own, you know, persona. Nobody is exactly the same. So then I started thinking, you know, I could do all these videos that have been done, but they'll be done by me, so they will be different, even though they'll be the same sort of thing. And that was why I started, and I don't regret it at all. Yes, I guess I do wish I'd started it a bit earlier than I did, but, you know, I'm happy that I just started it at all. Like, that's the main thing that I'm happy with. I started something that I've always wanted to do, and here we are. It's been nearly a year now. It was June last year, so yeah. Okay, the final assumption is you are the same on YouTube as you are in real life. Yeah, I'd like to think so, actually. Obviously, on YouTube, I speak a bit more like, what's the word? I'm very more well-spoken on YouTube than I am if you were just having a conversation with me in real life. But I do like to think that I'm the same. Like, I'm not putting on an act for the camera. This is what I'm like. I do say stupid things sometimes. I do laugh at myself, you know, I can have a laugh. I have a good sense of humour. So, yeah, I guess I am the same on real life as I am on YouTube. But again, you'd probably have to ask people that know me for that one. The main thing that I wanted to do when I started YouTube was be real. I didn't want to put on an act. I didn't want to make people think that I led a life that I absolutely don't lead. So I think I've done that. Like, I think people know the real me and know that I'm not putting on an act. I'm not trying to act like somebody else. So that was all of the assumptions that I am answering for today. Thank you so much to everybody that sent one in. It was really nice reading them actually, because I was expecting like some quite harsh ones, but I didn't really get any, so it was quite nice. Hopefully you guys now know a little bit more about me. As I say, the clothing haul video is coming. It just depends when I get my parcel. I'm hoping it won't be too long, but yeah. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.